One thing I feel like people don't talk about enough is weed and the withdrawal symptoms and the long-term effects. When we younger, late teenage years, we going through these traumas because I'm pretty sure everybody done had their fair share of, parental traumas and issues. And we go and self-medicate by using drugs. But after so long, it's not medicating. It becomes a crutch. I've been smoking since I was 15. I'm finna be 22 this year. And for the past year, I've been having all these dreams, ambitions, and goals that I want to do. And I can't even do them because the weed make me feel like I'm cool where I'm at. I'm cool with my job. I'm cool with this. I'm cool with that. And on the inside, I'm not cool with it. I'm not cool with how my life is. I'm not. And I feel like don't nobody talk about this enough. People be settling with their life. They talking about settling with relationships, settling with friendships, settling with how people treat you. People be settling on how they treat themselves. You wonder why you can't level up. It's you. And then the withdrawals. People make it seem like, oh, weed is not addicting. And then people smoke Swishers, Dutches, and Woods. And that doubled down on it. Like you having withdrawals from the weed and the tobacco now. Loss of appetite, irritability, anxiety, sweating, tremors, diarrhea, all type of stuff. That's why I ain't got no clothes on right now. I'm hot for no reason. People do not talk about this. And I feel like it should be talked about more. They make it seem like it's not that big of a deal because it's from Mother Nature. It's a herb. It's medicine. It's medicine for certain people. But when you can abuse medicine. People can abuse medicine. And I just felt like ain't nobody saying it, so I'm going to say it. People been crutching with weed. And if you plan on stopping, it's going to be hard for them first couple weeks. But if you don't plan on smoking for the rest of your life, which I highly doubt, it's not healthy for the rest of your life, you should go ahead and, mentally prepare yourself to quit.
Yo, what up, YouTube? Welcome to Sinn-Take, man. My name is Jay Sin, coming back with another one, man. Y'all already know the Most High done woke us up this morning. Let's take this opportunity to be great, you know what I'm saying? But let me show y'all what it look like out here, man, on this lovely morning. Man, listen, it's Monday. Listen, we up. You know what I mean? The sun is up. It's on its way up. The skies is bright, man. It's a beautiful day, man. So if you looking at this, man, understand that you winning. You got another opportunity. So get out there and make the best of it, man. Become your best version. Give it your best effort. Give it your best productivity. Give it your best energy because you know you got it. You know what I'm saying? You know you got it, man. So let's get to it. But before y'all do, man, listen, I had to show y'all that not that commercial. I'm still stuck in Super Bowl mode. But I had to show y'all that clip from Sunflower D. Shout out to Sunflower D for sharing that because I know that is a very sensitive ass subject. It's a sensitive subject. A lot of times, when you bring it up, people want to argue about it tooth and nail. But on the real tip, honestly, man, you could become dependent on anything. And oftentimes, people, don't realize it till later on. Like, damn, just like she said, like a lot of time has gone by. She done smoked weed. She done became dependent on weed. And she realized that with that, she hasn't been as productive. You know what I'm saying? She hasn't done the things that she always wanted to do. She does feel withdrawals from having that shit. From smoking that shit. And when she, when she don't got it, she can feel it. You know what I'm saying? It affects her in a negative way. And I've seen that personally with a lot of people. You know, you would think that they was on harder drugs like cocaine, like heroin, and alcohol, all of that shit, just due to the fact that they haven't smoked, because they need that shit to function. And anytime you need any type of substance to function, there's a problem there. You know what I'm saying? There's a problem there. A lot of people don't want to talk about it. I know. You know, people use it for medicine. I know people use it to help them sleep. I know a lot of people use weed for different reasons. You know what I'm saying? But it's just like she said, that doesn't mean that you can't abuse the medicine. That doesn't mean that you can't become addicted to medicine. That's why you see a lot of people that then suffered like, you know, real injuries and car crashes, you know, sports injuries and shit like that. These doctors, they'll put them on these opioids, they put them on these pills. And, you know, that's just to fight through the pain at the beginning. But oftentimes, you know, motherfuckers keep using that shit because now they dependent on it. You know, now they become addicted to it. You know, they become addicted to the dopamine release that they feel from it. They become addicted to the sleep that they got from it. You know what I'm saying? They become addicted because guess what, bro? They learned how to function on that shit, and they like that. They become more, you know, they wanna be in that feeling more than having a natural feeling back. So guess what? It's just like pornography. It's just like anything else that you do. You know what I'm saying? Because that dopamine is so strong in the release from those drugs and the release from that porn and the release from that alcohol, that guess what? You don't think that there's no other way to function. So you're not even happy without it. You know, you didn't trick your mind into thinking that you need that shit because it's so strong, it's so powerful. And the same goes with this marijuana that's out here. You know what I'm saying? They got it in labs. They doing all types of shit to it. You know what I'm saying? And then before you know it, bro, you think you just need that shit to do everything. You need it to get up in the morning. You need it to go to work. You need it before you eat. You need it before you drive. You need it before everything. You need it before sex and all of that shit, because you know how people all the time when they connect things and all of that other shit. You know what I'm saying? And it just be like, yo, you know, it will feel so much better if you didn't need that shit. You know, and it's just, and again, it's like she said too. You know, when you mix the tobacco in it, not only do you start relying on that wrap that you use, because that becomes a part of it. You know what I'm saying? It's the, you know, we got to think about the cancerous shit that's in that paper as well. You know, so it's just like, yo, this is just another thing for us to work on. You know, I'm not saying that it's just something wrong with smoking weed, just like I tell you with alcohol, but everything in moderation. Don't let that shit just get a hold of you to where you become dependent on it, because it can happen. It's chemicals. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people, oh, it's so natural. It's so natural. It's so natural. Yeah, I get that marijuana is natural. You know what I'm saying? But guess what? You know what I mean? Opioids come from the fucking poppy plant. You know what I'm saying? That's natural too. So you telling me that heroin is natural? Okay, we may as well say it's natural too, but that don't mean you abuse it. Just like weed. Weed is natural. That doesn't mean you abuse it. The coca leaf, that makes cocaine. It's natural. Yeah, it comes from the earth. That doesn't mean that you abuse it. You know what I'm saying? Some of this food and shit like that, bro, it's unnatural. And guess what, bro? Motherfuckers abuse the shit out of it because the chemicals that's added to it. You know what I'm saying? So I bring that up because a lot of this shit, when it start getting in these labs and they start, you know, breaking it down and doing all of this other shit to it, it becomes unnatural. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of that shit is being processed too, just like they do in the food. So you gotta be careful with this shit, with everything. You know what I'm saying? I'm not here to take shots at motherfuckers for doing what they do. I understand. You know, you want to have a drink when you're out with your boys. That's cool. I never said that was an issue. You know what I mean? You like to roll up sometimes at the end of the night, however you do it. That's not an issue. But be careful with everything, because a lot of times too, we got to understand that they are using this shit to hold us back. They are using that shit to keep us addicted. They are using that shit to keep us down. And if we allow that shit and we not careful with that shit and we not moderate with that shit, then guess what, bro? You gonna be caught up into that shit. You know what I'm saying? You're going to be caught up in it. And that shit does exactly how she said. I done heard it from so many people. You know what I'm saying? It looks cool to a lot of people. But I've seen people that then left that shit alone that became way more productive in their life. You know what I'm saying? They feel like a weight's been lifted off their shoulders in their life. You know what I mean? They not as dependent and need that for everything, just to feel happiness, just to feel peace, just to feel good, because now they out there getting it naturally. They're getting it naturally from the sun. They're getting it naturally from being in nature. They're getting it naturally from being around family. They're getting it naturally from being loved and loving themselves, bro, without needing a fucking substance to help them do that. You don't need a substance or anybody else or anything else to help you love you. You should have that naturally. You should be able to chill within your own space and your own peace around your own energy without needing any type of drug or substance or alcohol in order for you to do that. And that's what I needed, bro. That's what I needed. I needed drugs. I needed drugs, bro. I needed alcohol when I was by myself. You know what I'm saying? To make me feel good. You know what I mean? Instead of just being able to just chill. Instead of, working on things that's important that could get me to the next level. Instead of being productive. No, I had to drink. I had to do this, had to do that. But man, it shouldn't be like that. Understand that. Even when it comes to people in your life, bro, you shouldn't have to depend on other people as well in order to make you feel good inside. You know what I'm saying? You got to be careful with all that shit too, even in these relationships. Even in these relationships, bro, because we become reliant and dependent on things that we shouldn't. You know what I'm saying? Things that should just be a assist to you. That should just be recreational to you. Just something that you do every once in a while, bro. But we just got to be careful with what we doing out here, because this is a weapon. I don't care what nobody say. A lot of this shit is a weapon that's formed against us. You know what I'm saying? So that's why we got to stay close to God in these times, and we got to stay vigilant. We got to keep our eyes on the things that we do, the things that we watch, the things that we consume, the things that we let around us, because we know how easy it is to get caught up into that trap. You know what I'm saying? Even when I was being hospitalized for alcohol, bro. You know what I'm saying? That pancreatitis, look it up, man. That pancreatitis, that shit hurt so bad. You know what I'm saying? It hurt so bad that you need these drugs. You know what I'm saying? And guess what? In the hospital, they gave me Dilaudid. You know what I'm saying? They gave me Dilaudid, which is very powerful. It's more stronger than morphine. You know what I'm saying? So they kept me on that shit. But guess what I wanted when I got out of the hospital? Guess what I was fiending for when I got out of the hospital? Guess what I was addicted to when I got out of the hospital? Dilaudid. You know what I'm saying? And guess what? It was out there. It was around. You know what I mean? It was in pill form. People had it. You know what I'm saying? People was promoting it online. Dilaudid. I was looking it up. You know what I'm saying? I was looking it up. Like, man, where can you find that shit? But guess what, though? Guess what? When people couldn't get that shit, guess what they moved to? Heroin. They moved to heroin because they couldn't find Dilaudid. So they went to something cheaper. Dilaudid was the hospital shit. You know what I'm saying? Dilaudid was the more expensive shit. And it's not easy to find out on these streets, even though you can. But listen, dog, when it's sold in bulk. And you know what I'm saying? You can get it. But at the end of the day, I'm not trying to promote this shit and trying to keep saying that shit, but at the end of the day, a lot of people, when it comes to opioids, when they can't get it because it's not that easy to get in the streets, they go to the cheap shit, they go to the closest they can get, and that's heroin. And now these days, you can't find heroin, it's mostly fentanyl. So you could get caught up into that trap, that web, so very fucking easy, and I almost did. You know what I'm saying? I almost did. If I would have just kept pursuing and said, fuck it, I can't find a Dilaudid, I'll just try some hair, I'll just do this, some dumb shit, then guess what, bro? I could be easily out there. So you got to be careful, too, for some of y'all that take these medications that may have injuries and all of that other shit. Listen, just be careful of what you're doing. You know what I'm saying? Just be careful of what you doing, what you putting in your body, bro, because we don't need that shit, man. We just don't. You know, in these days, bro, you can't trust nothing. You can't trust nothing, bro. You need strength. You need help. Look to the Most High for that. The Most High gonna give you your strength. The Most High gonna heal you. The Most High gonna help you. You know what I mean? All you gotta do is talk to him. All you gotta do is ask. All you gotta do is repent. All you gotta do is repent, bro. Ain't gonna be there right there for you, bro. You know what I'm saying? Right there for you. So just understand that moving forward, all right? And that's my word, man. My name JC, the Sinn-Take. Holla at y'all later, man. Peace. First, I'ma get on my grind. Then second, stop wasting my time on shit less important. If ain't about money, I'm going the other direction. And third, I'ma do what I gotta to eat. Fourth, I'ma sew up the streets. Fifth, I'ma never quit dropping this heat. So as long as I'm breathing, you better get used to me. Sixth, I'ma get